Good evening and good evening. Welcome to the Upfront Mind, Body, and Soul, where I'm your host, Dr. Michelle Boulden Hammond. And listen, tonight we're going to be talking about something that we're not used to talking about tonight. I'm actually going to cover tonight, we're going to talk about exploring our deeply connection for the purpose work, right? A lot of us here, we talking about it's a new year, new purposes, and what energy is making you leak. And I'm going to tell you the reason why shortly after that. So I'm going to dig a little bit. We want to talk about pain and what's the pain. Sometimes pain is our purpose. So stay with me for a little bit and we're going to be right back. But before I come back and get into the segment, I have something for you to listen to.
Healing zone, breathe it in, let it flow.
Welcome to Healing Zone. This is a space where pain is not avoided. It is honored and transformed. Pain changes us, lost in silent survival. What you've endured carries weight, but it also carries wisdom. You do not have to rush your healing. You do not have to make meaning too soon. First, allow yourself to feel. One day, your pain sharpened your compassion. Your struggle strengthened your voice. Your story became a bridge for others. Repeat quietly or aloud, what hurt me did not break me. It shaped me. It prepared me. Purpose doesn't erase pain, it gives it direction, and your journey matters. Thank yourself for surviving. Thank yourself for becoming. Where healing grows. A new season. A gentle glow. This is Dr. M Healing Zone. Your pain has purpose.
Healing.
Well, you heard from Dr. M, who is my alter ego, Dr. M. So again, as she said, your pain sometimes comes to be your purpose. So what do I mean by that? I have a new book that's coming out. It's called The Energy Leaked Identified. And I'll show you when we dig into this. But I want to dig deep into the segment tonight about energy leak. So what do I talk about in the book? I talk about that energy leaks don't always announce themselves. Why? They show up quietly. It can come out in these phases. It can be fatigue, irritability, disconnection, anxiety, resentment, or chronic overwhelm. Have you been feeling that lately? If so, you may have an energy leak. Then, and lastly, it becomes pain. Because remember, if I always said to you guys lately, your body hears you and your body keeps score. So that's one of the things that happens. It pains. Sometimes we have pain. It might be just because we have an energy leak, right? Why is it pain? Pain is our alarm system. It's the body saying you're leaking energy somewhere. And what your mind is saying, because this is Upfront Mind, Body, and Soul podcast. So I'm giving you some rich stuff here tonight. And his mind is saying that this pattern is costing you more than what you realize. So I just want you to take a moment there. What is your energy leak today feeling like? What is it costing you today? Now for the soul, what is it saying? This version of you is no longer sustainable. Pain doesn't appear as it is approached. And sometimes it doesn't appear to punish us. Sometimes it is an interruption to what is draining us. All right. Wow. Take a moment. I just want you to sit there in that moment and just think about what I've just said. For the mind is saying, hmm, this pattern is costing you more. For your body, you're leaking energy. And for your soul, what is no longer sustainable for you at this moment, right? So let me go here. Where pain and where energy meets, the leak. And here's what's observed. This is how you can observe it. And this is from my personally. See, what I'm telling you is something. I'm being transparent tonight. Dr. Michelle is being transparent tonight. I'm telling you from personal, and I'm telling you how I roll professionally. So this is actually a free therapy session. All right, for pain, almost it sits right at the top of an unaddressed leak, an energy leak. Let's talk about it. I'm saying the word energy because everything requires energy. Is whether what you're putting in, what you're feeding in, your mind, your body, and your soul. And if some of this is you listening to tonight, you're gonna make you say, "Ouch!" I'm guarantee you. And if right now, if something that I said, "Ouch," I want you to put that in the comments. Ouch! All right. So, how do we identify the energy leaks? One, are you overgiving without boundaries? Ouch. Am I staying in a relationship that requires self abandonment? Ouch. Saying yes while your body's saying no. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Or am I suppressing the emotions to keep peace? Ouch. Ignoring rest in the name of productivity. Ooh, ouch. So, what do we do about this energy leak? Right? Awareness. This is how we repair it. Pain forces awareness. Just think about it. I'm putting you to the test on that. If you have a headache, it's that pain, right? You can't ignore it. You have to bring something awareness to it. It slows you down enough that you start to recognize and notice where your energy has been quietly bleeding out. Pain gets louder when the leaks go unchecked, right? It gets louder when the leaks go unchecked. Now let's go back up to those categories that I said where pain and energy meets, right? The energy leak meets. And if any of those, I said, ouch, I'm the top on all the list. Again, I'm pointing back to myself with this one. Overgiving without boundaries. Staying in relationships that require self-abandonment. Saying yes when your body says no. Actually, it's screaming, no. Suppressing the emotions to keep peace. And ignoring rest in the name of productivity. Wow. So when pain gets louder, when leaks go unchecked, these leaks don't disappear on their own. We have to bring awareness and we have to take accountability. Energy leaks don't disappear. They compound. You hear that a lot when you're doing about medicine. There's compound medicine. That means things have to be added together to make it function. What starts as tiredness becomes what? Burnout. What starts as discomfort becomes illness. And what starts as misalignment becomes emotional collapse. This is why so many people say, I didn't realize how depleted I was until my body made me stop. Pain becomes purposeful. Remember, I say sometimes pain is purpose. When it exposes the leak before it costs you more. So I come on tonight, I'm coming in to give you awareness. I'm coming in to you won't feel this depletion. Because the reason why I'm telling you this, because this is something that I went through maybe like 3 months ago. Through all that, life happens, right? I can be truthful about it. Life happens, right? So what I want you to do, I had Dr. Elm come in and tell you about the healing shift that can take place. So we're going to take a quick moment, and I want you to be intentional about what you're getting ready to hear, right? I want you to take a moment to press on about just breathing, take a relaxation moment. So we're going to take a quick break, then we're going to be back, and then I'm going to move into the mindset of healing. Welcome back to the Upfront Mind, Body, and Soul podcast, where I'm your host, Dr. Michelle Boulden Hammond. And tonight we're talking about where your pain and your energy leak meets, right? So as we said earlier, we're moving into the healing shift, right? From fixing, it's all about listening. So what I just gave you was a little expert on how to relax a little bit and just listen. Take time out to just listen. Listening brings forth healing, right? So when the energy leak, which is the work, again, it's not about fixing just yourself. It's actually listening. It's about listening differently, right? Instead of asking, what is happening to me? Here's how we can reverse that, right? We can reverse that by asking, where is the draining and what is draining me? I'm going to pause that for one little moment there. Where is the draining coming from? What and where and who maybe is draining me? What am I tolerating that I no longer have capacity for? Again, energy leak. Leaks may hurt, but sometimes it may be necessary. What boundary have I avoided setting? It's all about boundary setting, right? And lastly, what truth have I been leaking energy trying to avoid? What truth have I been leaking that I'm trying to avoid? Pain becomes your guide, right? When you stop resisting it, but you start reading it, right? Pain is a portal, not a life sentence. Let me say that one again. Pain as a portal, not a life sentence. Let this land where it fits. In my analogy tonight, I come as the plumber to fix your leak, your leak. I'm being funny tonight too, aren't I? So let this land Pain is not your identity. Pain is not your destiny. Pain is not proof that you're broken. Ooh, wow. Pain is right now is your portal. It is a necessary doorway from unconsciousness, depletion into conscious self-care. In my newest book called Energy Leak Identified, which you can pre-order, again, we talk about the release comes after awareness. So maybe tonight, some things that I've said so far may have made you shift by listening. Once your leak is identified, healing becomes intentional, not reactive. Once you bring it into awareness, again, instead of asking, remember those questions. What is draining me or who is draining me? What am I tolerating that I no longer have capacity for? What boundary am I avoiding setting? It's just about setting a boundary sometimes. And what truth have I been leaking energy trying to avoid? Those are some questions that you can ask yourself for awareness for tonight. All right. As Dr. M did a little taste of a meditation, I'm actually going to do one for you right now. And it's just a 30, 45 second. It's going to be a guided reflection. But before we begin, I want you to get in a relaxed state. I want you to be calm, get in a calming state. If you got a lot of noise around you right now, you can actually go back to this and replay it. But I'm just going to give you 30 to 45 seconds of a guided reflection with this. Now, I want you to capture yourself as being this pipe, right? And you have a flowing of living water coming through, but then there's something that's stuck, right? So I want you to capture this in your vision, right? I want you, either you can set and close your eyes once I give you the prompts on how to do this, all right? So this is some of the things that I do in some of my workshops, in some of my guided meditations. I'm not even using the sound. I'm actually being silent because I want you to listen. I really want you to take this in the heart about the energy leak identified. Again, it's about bringing awareness, right? There's a certain tone that I use in these workshops that I do on guided reflections, right? So one of the things right now, at the sound of my voice, and as we begin, I want you to take one deep breath in, exhale out. Now I want you to close your eyes. Listen at the stillness. You're that pipe with living water flowing through. But right now, it's moving slowly. There's a leak. As that water is flowing and getting slower and slower and slower, I want you to think right now as your eyes are closed and ask yourself in your mind, what pain in my life is pointing to an energy leak that I've been minimizing? What pain in my life is pointing to an energy leak I've been minimizing? Now right here, There's no blame. There's no judgment. Just honesty. Awareness is power. Again, take one deep breath in. Hold for 4. And exhale out. And when you're ready, you can come back. Now, that was a part of bringing awareness. That was a guided reflection that you can use when you feel any of those topics that I talked about, right? So we have went through the guided reflection, and now we're coming to the closing. But before we come to the closing, I want to share with you what the book is about. There it is. Do you feel like you're floating right now? So there it is. Energy Leak Identified, a holistic guide to awareness, release, and sustainable self-care. You can pre-order, you can call me. Actually, this is going to be a workshop coming up in the spring, later spring. But this is something that we're going to be dabbling into, because I always hear it all the time, that people feel like they're depleted. Sometimes it's because we overpower, we're taking more on, we're not setting boundaries. So again, this is Energy Leak Identified. And actually, I want to share that on February the 13th through the 20th, those who have signed up for the Matters of the Heart, which will be a 7-day, it's only $25, just $25. You will actually be getting this book. Actually, because we're going to be talking about matters of the heart, and there's a whole thing. And there's a certificate of completion. So whoever join on and sign on. I'll give you till February the 10th to sign on for that 7-day class. We're going to meet in for 1 hour, $25. And this is what'll get you the book. Plus it'll get you a certification, a certificate of attendance, put it that way. And then there may be something else coming up. So there's a couple of things that Dr. Michelle has going on. We got a retreat that's coming up. You know, I've been doing those going on 16 years. And you know, I just want to say this. There is, if you really want to heal, there are known for a lot of people that are out here doing the work. Invest in yourself. That's all I'm saying. Invest in yourself for things that are a positive, because you know, that's my quote, smell my positivity. I bring things to help people heal. I create the spaces. I do this type of work, and it's my passion. Again, I get it from when other people heal. And, you know, again, it costs money to even facilitate these type of things, but I try to make it necessary for people that can attend. And I know money's tight for right now for everybody. Get it. I get it. I totally get it. But that's why I try to keep things at a low cost for things. But that is what I'm just saying for right now. There's a lot of people that's doing this work, and authentically true work. So I have a passion for it. I want to see you in walking in your fullness. I want you to have the awareness. I want you to have the releases. And I also want you to have the sustainable self-care. Just taking that 1 day a month to go do something, but I want you to practice this, at least try to do it daily. You know, this is what this is about. The Identity Leaked Identified, a holistic guide to bring awareness, release, and a sustainable self-care. You can actually pre-order it today, and I will look at you. But again, for those who sign up for the Matters of the Heart, which is February the 13th through the 20th, 7 days, just 7 days, 7 hours. That's what it is. Of sit in with me virtually. That'll be so. If you want it, the link is you can follow on my Facebook page. It's there. You can hit it up. But those who sign up for that will be getting that book. All right. So again, after we just did all of that, now it's time to reclaim the energy leak. Right? We're going to reclaim it. So in the question, if you were experiencing pain right now, I want you to hear this clearly, because remember, awareness comes with listening, right? Your body is not portraying you, and your emotions are not failing you, and your soul is not punishing you. You right now have been invited by Dr. Michelle to reclaim your energy. Your pain has purpose when it leads you back to yourself. And that's the heart of this book, Energy Leak Identified. Learning how to notice the link, honor the signal, and choose sustainable self-care. So, if today's episode tonight has spoke to you, Energy Leak Identified was written for this exact moment in your journey. It's a guide to awareness, release, and learning how to protect your energy without guilt. So, I'm going to play Dr. M again before you leave, because she had a true, very message in it. So listen to Dr. M again, and we're going to close out pretty soon.
Healing zone, breathe it in, let it flow. Mind.
Welcome to Healing Zone. This is a space where pain is not avoided. It is honored and transformed. Pain changes us, lost in silence, survival. What you've endured carries weight, but it also carries wisdom. You do not have to rush your healing. You do not have to make meaning too soon. First, allow yourself to feel. One day, you begin to, your pain sharpened your compassion. Your struggle strengthened your voice. Your story became a bridge for others. Repeat quietly or aloud, what hurt me did not break me. It shaped me. It prepared me. Purpose doesn't erase pain. It gives it direction, and your journey matters. Thank yourself for surviving. Thank yourself for becoming. Where healing grows. A new season. A gentle glow. This is Dr. M Healing Zone. Your pain has purpose.
Healing.
All right. So tonight's episode, if there's something that you like tonight, Dr. M will be back. She's going to be coming back pretty shortly. She'll be coming on every now and then. But again, thank you for tonight. And if anything, until next time, let your body know, respect your boundaries. And remember, healing begins where awareness lives. Again, I'm your host, Dr. Michelle Boulden Hammond, here at the Upfront Mind, Body, and Soul. Until next week, have a great week on purpose, and remember to identify those energy leaks.